It is a time of world war. As the Axis powers reign in Europe, the United States would need to bring their soldiers and the bulk of the armed forces to the Eastern Front to war. As innovation was needed to fight a more modern war, the United States would create an experimental soldier that would come from the sky and rain upon the enemy. Easy Company, 2nd Battalion of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division, was an experimental airborne group created in 1942 at Camp Toccoa, Georgia. Riding into battle on C-47 aircraft transports, Easy Company men would get the primary mission of jumping out of planes into hostile territory, and would have to act as a one-man army until the men can rendezvous with others. Easy Company would consist of 140 original soldiers, and Major Richard Dick Winters described the original organization of Easy Company as 3 rifle platoons and a headquarters section. Each platoon contained 3 12-man rifle squads and a 6-man mortar team squad. Easy also had 1 machine gun attached to each of its rifle squads, and a 60mm mortar in each mortar team. Before attending paratrooper training, the unit had to perform the standard battle drills and physical training that comes with being in the parachute infantry. Easy Company, while training at Toccoa, was under the command of Herbert Sobel, who was known for his extreme strictness and knack for calling rigorous PT exercises on a moment's notice. One of the exercises was the regular running of Currahee, a large, steep hill measuring 1,736 feet. The phrase 3 miles up, 3 miles down was derived from this run. Easy Company would first see battle during Operation Overlord, also known as the Battle of Normandy, D-Day. The men left their Air Force base, located in Devon, England, early in the morning on June 6, 1944. Once rendezvousing on the ground, known as the Brecourt Manor Assault, Easy Company disabled 4 heavy German machine guns threatening Allied forces moving along Causeway No. 2 route. This assault is often cited as a classic example of small unit tactics and leadership in overcoming a larger enemy force. After the Battle of Normandy, Easy Company's men would find themselves assigned to support British forces in Eindhoven, Holland vicinity. Their mission was to defend the roads to allow British armor to advance into Arnhem and cross the Rhine River in September of 1944 as part of Operation Market Garden. Following Market Garden, the company participated in the rescue of more than 100 British soldiers who were trapped outside of Arnhem, called Operation Pegasus. The operation was carried out near the village of Renkum on the Lower Rhine in the Netherlands overnight from October 22nd to 23rd, 1944. Easy Company and the 101st Airborne would then fight in the Battle of the Bulge in Belgium from December 1944 to January 1945. The men of Easy Company departed France on December 18th for Bastogne and started their now famous defense of the area surrounded by Germans on December 19th, under orders to hold the area. The men continued fighting for 28 days in cold weather without winter clothing and limited supplies until reinforced with armor and resupplied. During the defensive action, one of the more famous quotes to come out of the European theater of World War II was attributed to the 101st Commander, General Anthony Clement McAuliffe. During the battle, he received the following demand for surrender from the German commander fighting the 101st and the men of the Easy Company. To the USA commander of the encircled town of Bastogne, the fortune of war is changing. This time, the USA forces in and near Bastogne have been encircled by strong German armed units. After a short discussion with his staff, General McAuliffe sent the following reply to the German commander. To the German commander, nuts! At the end of World War II, Easy Company was assigned to occupation duty in Germany, specifically to Berchtesgaden, which was home to Adolf Hitler's famous Eagle Nests. Following Berchtesgaden, Easy Company moved into Austria for further occupation duty. The company mostly attended the various patrols, awaiting the end of the war. Easy Company's number of troops would increase to 366, and they would lose 49 men in combat. Easy Company and the rest of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment was disbanded in November 1945, but reactivated in 1954 solely as a training unit. Easy Company's First Lieutenant, Carwood Lipton.
Henry V was talking to his men. He said, "From this day to the ending of the world, we in it shall be remembered. we lucky few, we band of brothers. For he who today sheds his blood with me shall be my brother.